I'm delighted to have joining me now Evo's opposite number that evening, Shamrock's manager, Stuart Colbert. Stuart, great to have you with us, live from London. What time is it in London right now for you?
It's just getting up to 2 a.m. in the morning over here, so late one.
I appreciate you staying up so late. So we'll get to the Borgetto game, but firstly, you guys had to face Nyack and Borgetto, of course, in March. There's a pretty tough fixture list. Does 5 points out of 3 games feel like a decent outcome for you guys?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know how the league is this year. I think it's so tight at the top there. I think picking up results against any of those sides is a good result. We've made ourselves pretty hard to beat. We haven't lost in a long time in the league, so we take pride in that. And as I say, as it's so tight at the top there, any positive result, whether it be a draw or a win, will add up towards the end of the season. So yeah, we'll take those. Obviously, it's always better to win, but always important to not to lose as well.
And your win in that month was against Zoom, and the Kwadwo Asante effect was very present indeed. He came off the bench, scored a hat-trick, I think, in about 20 minutes. What's it like to have him as an asset in the final third?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen enough of him now that he's just absolutely lightning quick, Kojo. So whether we start him or if we bring him off the bench, he's such a weapon to have because it's just absolute raw pace. And unlike many players with pace, he's actually got an end product as well. So whether it be an assist or a goal, he always delivers. So yeah, he's absolutely lightning quick and a huge asset for us.
Now, we have to talk about the Borgetto game, of course. It's the 7th occasion you guys played them in 2 years. And Coach Evo, we just saw, was saying that it's always such a tight game decided by the finest of margins. Knowing Borgetto like you do now at this point, how did you tactically approach that game?
Yeah, good question. So it is a good rivalry now, and it's good for the game. It's good for the league. Evo and I will have we'll butt heads on the sideline, but we'll always shake hands and show good sportsmanship after the games. And that's what I think good rivalry is all about, right? That competitive streak and that competitive nature in the game. But in terms of setting up against Borgetto, as you say, we've played them so many times over the last few years that we kind of know what to expect from them now. And it's always important to kind of defend well, set yourself up well, and not give away any sloppy chances. They like to dominate possession. So whenever we go into Borgetto games, as I say, it's really, really reinforcing to the lads about shape, structure, and keeping ourselves rigid defensively, and then look to counter with the likes of Kojo, Rafa, Yui, get our flair players on the ball once we've kind of played our way into the game. So yeah, great rivalry and really good for the league, and we appreciate the rivalry with Borgetto over the years.
It's always dramatic when you guys play. And obviously April, you've got another tough month. You start with Sanzak this coming Saturday, Kickers, and Richmond as well. Does this feel like the month that will make or break your season?
I think so. Sanzak will be a tough game at the weekend. They're at the top for a reason. So if we get through that, I mean, every game this season is a battle, to be honest. So I think if we come out of this month with 6 points, I'll be happy. 7 points, even better, and 9 points would be the absolute dream. But yeah, it's all about one game at a time, to be honest. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is really about one game at a time. So we'll go into Sanzak at the weekend, looking for a positive result, set the lads up, and like I say, every game at this point is a cup final, really, with how tight the league is at the top there.
Yeah, I was doing the maths, and I think it's literally possible for 5 teams to finish next weekend top of the table. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah,
you need a proper.
Yeah, it's great for the league, right? I think, and especially with the 100-year anniversary of the Cosmopolitan Soccer League this year, so it's great for the league, and I think. When obviously the league split to the Cosmopolitan and the EPSL. I think there was one season where the quality went down somewhat, but I think the last couple of years, especially, the quality's really gone back up in the league, and it's really competitive, and it's great. Lads want to play competitive football. They want to earn their wins. They want to earn their victories. So the more better teams in the league, the better.
I've got to ask you one hypothetical question, Stuart, and maybe it's a bit of a trap, so feel free not to answer. But if Shamrock's finished top at the end of the season, which obviously is a big if, would you take the EPSL promotion? Because obviously it is a really big jump up.
Yeah, I think so. We've been lucky enough to win the league, I think, 3 years ago at this point, and we were offered to go into the EPSL at that point. I think the tradition of the Shamrocks has always been an amateur club, and we will probably always be an amateur club. We don't often get funding from outside means, so it makes the travel in and the kind of distances to go. I mean, you go to Philadelphia and all these places, right? So we'll raise it with the committee at the time. If, as you say, it's a big if, a hypothetical if we do win the league, we'll raise it with the committee at the time. But as I say, our history has always been an amateur soccer club within the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. So we're very happy where we are, and especially with as I just mentioned, the quality going up in the league over the last couple of years. So we're really happy where we are, and if we win the league, we'll have that discussion at that point.
Fair enough. I mean, it's definitely a very valid point. Like, it's a big difference being in the EPSL to the CSL, but like you said, the level of the CSL now is just like fantastic. It's it's so much fun to watch.
I think the biggest, and obviously we know the likes of the Lansdowns that we used to play against every week, the likes of those teams in that league, and I always think there's not a great difference between skill set, if you like. I think a big difference is fitness levels and being able to train twice a week, and you really do have to be super fit to go into that EPSL league. So we'll see.
Well, Stuart, thanks very much for joining us tonight. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday against Sanzak. It should be an absolute blockbuster fixture, and good luck for the rest of the season.
I appreciate that, Josh, and just want to say thank you, massive thank you for all of you do at Game and Frame. I know a lot of work goes into the background, and you are just as important for the league as all the teams in it in terms of promoting grassroots football. So thank you for everything you do, and let me know if you ever need anything else in the future.
I really appreciate it, Stuart. Yeah, we're lucky. We've got a fantastic team at Game and Frame, and we love doing it. So I really appreciate you saying that, and we'll see you out there again soon.